So, sort of almost similar to what Marcus said with Pakistan, I think our top order batsmen, we've got some real talented batsmen in there. And I really would like seeing them convert their scores into bigger scores. I think that's absolutely critical. At international cricket, it's an absolute crime to be getting to your 20s, 30s, and even 40s and then going out. And the batsmen have the skill to convert into bigger skills. So that for me is one thing that I really, really would like to see. I really like the mindset of Hilton Moreeng and the fact that he gave Britt and Bosch a run in today's game. Just shows where he's trying to go with the future of sort of momentum Proteas, and how he feels the development should happen. So to talk to sort of the South African A program, Cricket South Africa has got a lot better in the last few years in helping those players, giving them opportunities. We're seeing a lot of games against an emerging South Africa or South Africa A side. Our under-19 program is really well set, and we're producing some very good youngsters. And even so now, they're focusing on an under-16 age group. And traditionally in South Africa, we just kind of had these juniors, and they were like sort of mini cricket and everything was happening. And then it was sort of the jump into sort of hardball under-19 cricket. So we're seeing more of a step-by-step process from a South African perspective. And it is important to get that experience. And that's probably my next point is we sort of saw today what happened where we don't have a Cup, we don't have a Dane, we don't have a Chloe Tyron, you take Mignon out of the side. You get one more injury and you're literally down 5 core players. And I think that is where Hilton is trying to build to make sure that there is really a competitive spirit, a healthy competitive spirit within the squad. So him and his staff have to put their thinking caps on when they are trying to pick the first 11. And I'm not saying that it has to be an ugliness within the squad, but that healthy competition where people are pushing each other for places. Because then you can make really technical decisions. You can kind of say, well, what is the pitch going to bring to us? Or now is it player A or is it player B? But I think often now it's just, okay, well, it has to be player A because player B is not strong enough. Or who are we playing against? What is the opposition that we are playing against? Do we go with bowler C or bowler D? But you can start having those really in-depth technical conversations and debates when you have, call it 15, 16, 17, or 20 fantastic players that all can compete and give each other a really good run within the squad. So that would be my second point. And then the third point is that I'm glad to see our fielding is a lot better. It was starting to become a concern for me. I still, I don't know if I'll ever be happy, but I'm still not quite happy. There were, especially at the end, there were a few runouts that I think we should be hitting the stumps. And so I think from a strength and conditioning perspective and fielding side, they need to be asking themselves the question, are they in a solid base when they're picking up the ball? I know it can't always be perfect, and I know you can't always be shying at the stumps from a stable position, but are we assisting the players in getting into those correct positions, or are they having to throw off balance all the time? The catching was a lot better, but I still think we're missing one opportunity or two opportunities every single game in runouts. And when you play against the top opposition in the world, and I've said this a few times this series, that is an opportunity. And you run out in Elise Perry when she's flying on 40 and no one sort of saw where that ball came from, or that is match changing sort of opportunities. And we don't want to be missing out on those. We want to be like capitalizing on those opportunities.